HIV/AIDS, the sixth leading killer disease in the world, according to the World Health Organization, is still a major concern in the country. According to the National AIDS Control Council, there has been a significant decline of HIV prevalence, especially in the Coast, Rift Valley, and Nairobi regions.
HIV/AIDS is a national program, but service delivery for health, which includes HIV service delivery, is a function of counties, and therefore there is a responsibility for counties that we have to in many ways share.
But while this is the case, there is an alarming trend that has been noted, that of the rising number of new infections among children below 14 years. According to the National AIDS and STI Control Program, NACC, parents have failed in saving the young generation from the scourge.
I think a lot of parents have sort of abdicated their duty of giving the very basic sex education to their children and have left it to the teachers. And as you've seen from the tweet from His Excellency, the teachers have not even done it any better.
Based on NACC 2014 fact sheet, 21% of new infections were young mothers between the age of 15 and 24 years. While this is the case, HIV prevalence in men increases as they advance in age.
The young women have a higher prevalence, have a higher number of new infections. But as you go further into the ages, older men, the HIV prevalence among older men increases significantly as we get to the 30s.
Besides young mothers and children, other key populations include sex workers, homosexual men, and people who inject drugs. The latest statistics show that Nairobi tops the list of 10 counties with the largest number of people living with HIV, followed by Homa Bay, Kisumu, Siaya, Migori, and Kisii, among others.
We have so much knowledge in Homa Bay, yet we are not getting the results we want. The question is whether this is about Homa Bay or this is about human behavior. We wouldn't be getting the kind of new infections we had, which were 100,000 in 2013, because the knowledge across, even here in Nairobi, even in this room, is very high. However, knowledge doesn't always translate into behavior change.
But even with these alarming trends, there is hope in finding a vaccine for HIV infection, even though the science behind it is complex and researchers are asking for more funding.
There are just 2 or 3 things that we must ensure that are in place. Really, community participation, community engagement, and funding that will actually make us realize. HIV vaccine research in earnest started in 1983. We are now about 30 years at it, but I'm sure eventually we shall actually get an HIV/AIDS vaccine.
Ken Aseka, Citizen Live at 1.